Well, would you believe it, Big Pete fans, but Michael has hurt his little toe, so he has to be in the forklift. There's really no option that you know, to save his little toe and his little limb, he has to be in the forklift. Chief Supervisor overseeing everything. Chevy, making sure everything's okay. Are they in line, Chevs? Yeah, good. Now, somebody asked us, why do we hit these head on? Well, what you may see, is you won't actually see it now, but we measure them out 8 foot from the centre to the centre. That is centre of the wheel there and centre of the wheel there. And we take special care to make sure that what we match up are at the very least matching engines. Sometimes it don't always happen because you might have a petrol Astra and a diesel Astra and the engines are completely different. So in this instance they're both Ecotechs, so there's the engine and there's the engine exactly matched up. Now the point of that is when we hit these, it's a perfect even ramp for us to go up and over, and that should in turn make sure Big Pete, which is the most important, flies level and comes down level. And then what we do is we don't need to measure these cars going in on the fronts because these would have been measured. And what they do, and this is what Andy is doing now, is he is watching usually the centre of here lining up with the logos. The logos are usually centre. So he, as you can see, he's standing watching the centre of the car and he's giving the thumbs up. So that is 8 feet across, that is 8 feet, and now these. And what they're going to do now, Dan is already doing this, and of course Chevrolet is supervising. Going to measure them again. So we are 8 feet apart. See, just a little bit out, and then they'll all look down the sides of the cars like this and down there and make sure that we are as set level as we possibly. And when the Americans started crushing cars, the trunks and the cars, and they'd be often quite long sedans, and then the bonnets, hoods with the engines were pretty even, so all they had to do was go up the middle. But in England, where we have hatchbacks that are shorter, as you can imagine, you coming in here with 8 foot, that wheel hasn't got as far to go as that wheel, and it can send you off like that, which in a lot of monster trucks, especially the modern stuff, and maybe in Reaper, that's okay landing on 1 foot, fine. But as our main truck, Big Pete, on leaf springs, making sure that it goes up level and down level, that is why we do what we do. If you watch other monster truck videos where they do hit them sideways, you might just notice that quite a lot of the time they do as I say, and they hit them, pivot in the air, and then land on one wheel. Michael has fallen in love with, remarkably, this little Ford, because he's got no rust and it's absolutely mint. It's even got lovely little leather seats, and we were just thinking about sticking a battery on and seeing what the meter says.
There will come a day
Oh,
when we do the last KA, because there are no more.
we've torn them all in half.
Hundreds of KAs.
We must have torn apart
and
hundreds
this is
of
one
them.
of the best ones ever.
Imagine what the ones that have survived are going to be worth. We've increased the value.
Oh,
We've single-handedly increased the value of Ford Ks.
bet you don't get them in America.
It is now 22:12 or quarter to 12 hour. As you can see, lots of revelry. The bar is there and the fairground is there and the trucks are there, and spin you around. Oh, don't get too sick. Camp is here. In there is Andrew and Andy and Dan and Michael in the Scania. They're all trying to sleep. More for them. I'm staying awake because, well, as you can hear, it's still kicking off. It's still going on. So I've kind of decided that probably sleep's not on the cards for the next however long. So I'm just going to ride it out and keep an eye on the trucks. Make sure no drunkard decides to climb over them and go, hey, monster trucks. It is day one here at Devon, and you can still hear the chorus of the trucks. They all press the horn at 10 o'clock to signify that the show is open and started. And it is absolutely beautiful weather, hat and shades, and significantly better than where we was at Middlesbrough. We must have gone up by nearly 20 degrees Celsius. So we've gone from 5 degrees in Middlesbrough to, well, what's it, 23, 25 today in a week. We're out in an hour's time, hour and a half for the first show, and hopefully everything will go to plan. All them trucks, we're halfway down. We've been all the way up there. Decking Chevy, she's getting a bit hot. We finished early, we did our last show at 2:15. So we got the rest of the day to go and have a look at some trucks, some semis.
Good evening, Big Pete fans. As the sun goes down on day one here at Devon Truck Show, and there's been a request for showing you Cooking with Christopher. Cooking with Big Pete. Here's the seasoned steak. That one is for that one who eats his blue. These ones are on the hot plate. Here is the chef.
We've moved up from bacon sandwiches and we are now doing fully fledged sirloin steak.
Yes, whenever this device is lit,
Magic happens.
I have to call him chef. And then in here, 2 minutes Turkish. In here, Big Pete fans, we have ouch, that's hot. Baked potatoes cooking, or cooking as they say in Lancashire. But enough about them. So yes, how long for them steaks?
It won't be long.
Won't be long.
Day 2 here at the Devon Truck Show. Another absolute scorcher. We're hitting 27 degrees Celsius today. Absolutely beautiful weather. Everything's a-okay with the trucks after the 2 shows yesterday. Who wants a mini duck check? There you go. Little duck still holding in on there. So I've done our usual sort of pre-show checks. Andrew's just lifting up the markers. Dan's gone round the wheels with the buzz gun, but everything seems to be a-okay. We're all gotten to the age where we no longer stay out. We need to go home and get settled. You know, leave early, go home, get settled. So coming to a truck show, unique to everything that we've ever do, because they don't like to sleep. So 2 o'clock in the morning, both nights, we've had paps and music playing, and there's a guy over here with a Kenworth come and sing, and he's been showing us his Jake brake at 1 o'clock in the morning. Thanks, that sounds really good at that time. So we were a bit sleep deprived and it's going to be a bit chaotic, but hey, we'll get through it. We're all loaded up here and we've moved to the very farthest corner as best we can, away from all the revelry which is happening somewhere in there. Hopefully we get away from middle of the night. The sun is setting on what was being a beautiful, boiling hot, scorching weekend. There's the trucks loaded, ready to go with no known issues, and the team they're all ready to go, and we'll hit the road for tomorrow.
Yeah, no, it's been a very good show. The weather's been cracking. The crowd have been amazing.
The crowd's been amazing.
And then at night time,
it's been a bit of a challenge.
Truckers have reasonably behaved themselves with a little bit of tomfoolery thrown in. No, sun setting, everybody uninjured, apart from me, obviously, because I put my life on the line.
And your neck because you whiplash because you forgot.
Trucks are loaded, can't ask for more. On to the next job. This is why we do it.
From all of us here at Big Pete, we love you and goodbye.